It's about that time we have a little chit chat about AEW and the Young Bucks storyline. So they fired Kenny Omega upon returning to their role, and they hired Okada. In story, that is, right? They took him out of the Elite and they changed their entire gimmick. And more recently, as of Dynasty, their latest pay-per-view, they teamed up with Jungle Boy Jack Perry, the scapegoat. I love that they're buying into this. They're expanding on it by making it a story. And they have gone all in. See what I did there? On this storyline. To the point where now Tony Khan has gotten involved. And I'm not going to find any negative point to nitpick and say this, that, or the other. That's for another day. Right here, I'm going to give them the praise they rightfully deserve, in my opinion. I enjoyed that entire segment at the end of the night from beginning to end. Filled with drama, filled with stories and questions we don't have the answer to just yet. And Kenny Omega is actually making his return to AEW television next week, which keeps the storyline going and the intrigue building slowly but surely. This is what I wanted out of AEW all along. I wanted storytelling, I wanted depth, I wanted character evolution. We've seen that with Chris Jericho. We've seen that with MJF and a few others. It's not that it's been missing entirely for the last 5 years at AEW. It's the fact that when they have gone in on this, like the Devil storyline, they've either given up or just done a flat out terrible job, not putting too much into it, in my opinion, at least. You got to go all in on it, man. That's literally the model for your pay-per-view. It's an actual slogan that you go by. It's the reason why you created AEW, to be an alternative to WWE, to go up against WWE in many ways. But not to come out here and cut a promo every other week about the backstage drama or to talk about WWE. We're here to create our own narrative. That's what I took it as. A lot of people that joined AEW early on were people that felt like the opportunities they had in WWE were not enough, and they wanted to do more. That energy is why I bought into AEW from the very beginning. I was following Cody Rhodes. I was following Kenny Omega. I was following Chris Jericho. That's what led me to AEW. Somewhere along the way, it fizzled out. I don't have a problem with the sports element within pro wrestling. I enjoy it. But I enjoy it even more when there's actual story behind it. When there's an actual build-up behind it. Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson was pure wrestling. It was beautiful. It's why we enjoy for stories to end up in the ring at the end of the day. But when I look at Dynasty, outside of Swerve capturing gold, my top most enjoyable moment was actually Jack Perry coming in and helping the Young Bucks win. The fact that they want you to call them by their full name, the fact that they're coming in all dressed up, they paired themselves with Okada, they all got titles now. They're playing into the storyline of these big assholes backstage. They're embracing it. And I'm enjoying this arc that they are on. This is the best character work they have done as a duo. They've always put on great matches. The Young Bucks are definitely top tier. But they've been missing that oomph in their promos. And now, with reason, I see them, as a fully developed, persona, wrestler, what have you. Like, their characterization right now is just phenomenal, and I'm digging it. What they did yesterday on Dynamite was chef's kiss. I absolutely loved that Jack Perry came out saying that I'm all for AEW, I'm pro AEW, this was always about AEW, and then just sticking it to Tony Khan. The fan reaction was awesome. I wish they could have had like 15,000 people. Just that arena would have exploded, man. Without MJF and not really caring too much about the Learning Tree storyline that Jericho's going for, the Young Bucks are a saving grace. You saw what they did to Swerve. He didn't even have a promo. But I can't even bash him too hard because he actually had a match. It was solid for what it was. Didn't have much to it, but at least the closing segment and the build-up to the closing segment was well put together. I'm looking forward to seeing how this, all ties up. CM Punk is obviously in WWE. The ultimate match here would have been CM Punk and FTR, but I think it's going to be Kenny Omega now. I think Kenny Omega is going to do the CM Punk role because he was the one that was least involved in the CM Punk drama, I think, especially based on what he said on his Twitch. He doesn't seem like the aggressor in the whole situation. Let's see. I'm liking it. How do you feel about it? Let me know down below. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do another deep dive into Dynasty and some of the stuff that's been going on. But I just wanted to come on here and just cancel out all the noise and just focus on this awesome story. That's it.